good, y'all? It's your girl Clarissa.shae, aka unapologetic.shae. Welcome to my YouTube channel, baby. Okay, so what's good, you guys? In this video, I'm going to be discussing some tips on how to overcome insecurities and all of that good stuff. In my two previous videos, I discussed doing some inner work, doing some shadow work, setting boundaries, stop giving a fuck about what people think about you. And in this particular video, I want to focus on exactly what that looks like when you are focused on yourself and overcoming your own challenges. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get right into the topic. First things first, dealing with insecurities is something that most people, if not all people, have dealt with or faced at one point throughout their lifetime. It can be really hard to experience. Sometimes it can be really hard to express yourself. It can be really hard to look at yourself in a positive light, especially if you're dealing with some type of body image, some type of self-hatred, or just feeling like you're not good enough, not feeling like you're not worthy, and feeling unloved. And a lot of times these insecurities, they do form and develop in our childhood, especially if we experience some type of trauma, abandonment issues, or just any type of violence that we may have experienced through our life, or the connection that we met with other people, feeling used, or just, you know, people taking advantage of you, and that may have manifested into you feeling unworthy or having low self-esteem or some type of image with yourself that you just don't feel like you're good enough. Especially in today's societies, you know, we have a lot of technology and a lot of advancement in surgery practice where people are going to get their body modified. And of course, that's your business. Do what you want to do, live your life how you want to live your life. But a lot of times those type of pressures come from society itself. People thinking that they have to have a certain body type to look good, or have certain facial features to look good, and talk like this and look like that to be that bitch. Like, it's not the case. When you learn how to accept you for who you are and acknowledge you and all the genuine and unique characteristics and qualities about yourself, that is you stepping into your true potential. Only you can bring out the best in you, and that does start with that inner work and overcoming these insecurities. So one of the first things that I want to recommend is you acknowledge exactly what your insecurities are. You can do this by just sitting in the mirror, looking at yourself, examining your body, examining your features, and talking out loud what you dislike about yourself or the flaws that you may have. Now, this is a good way to at least get that conversation going for yourself. Like, okay, I want to make these changes, but how? I've been repressing these thoughts. I've been trying to hold back. I don't want to admit the truth. Yeah, we're gonna have to start taking accountability for that and start with ourselves. Acknowledge it. You can journal if you want to and say, you know, for me, for instance, I've always struggled with hyperpigmentation. I've always struggled with body image and feeling like my voice or the way I talk or look, it really was odd and eccentric, and a lot of people didn't like that, or just having issues with my teeth. Those are things that I acknowledge, and over time I had to learn how to just accept them for what they are. I had to start smiling more in the mirror. I had to start looking at my face and still reminding myself that I'm beautiful and I'm that motherfucking bitch, okay? And I had to like look at my body and say, you know, my body is beautiful. I love every inch of my, you know, my frame, the stretch marks, you know, the dimples, the cellulite, the hyperpigmentation, all of that. I had to start embracing that. And then I also had to start acknowledging how it made me feel when I felt insecure about those things. Insecurities look different for everyone, and how we express it also looks different for everyone. Sometimes people who repress their insecurities or feel intimidated by someone else who has something that they may want, they may express that through anger. They may express that through hatred, jealousy, envy, sadness, feeling recluse and lonely. They might cry more, feel sad. Sometimes jealousy or insecurities, they come out in codependency relationships where people are seeking validation from their partners, their friends, and other loved ones, where they feel like they need to be whole, or where they feel like they need someone else to validate their feelings and make them feel good. And when they don't have that validation in their life, they start to feel more sad, more lonely. They start feeling those negative emotions again. And so that's why it's really important for you to start working on yourself, so that way you no longer have those type of attachments with anyone else, but you're able to fulfill yourself from within versus seeking outwards. And so once you acknowledge what your insecurities are and how they exactly make you and how they make you feel about yourself, the next step that I want you to work on is working on your insecurities themselves. first of all, before you even get to that stage, redefine how you actually want to feel, right? You feel this way because, you know, you don't like the way this looks about yourself, right? How do you actually want to feel? When you wake up one day, or when you wake up in the morning, how would you like to feel? How would you like to look? How would you like your life to look like? Start having those type of conversations with yourself. Start journaling about that. Create yourself a vision board. Do a short-term and long-term goal. 6 months from now, what do you want to look like? What do you want to have accomplished? And how do you want to feel? A year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, whatever the case may be for you, start off with those goals. Redefine how you actually want to feel and start working from there. The next step is for you to actually work on those insecurities, actually work on the things that are limiting you from actually tapping into that potential. At the end of the day, recreate our reality for ourselves. We are in control of the life that we want to live and how we want to live that life, okay? So if you want to have a certain type of body type, what do you need to do to get that body type? If you want a certain type of skincare look, what can you do? Sometimes it is genetics, but at the same time, you can make some changes, whether it's in your diet. How do you want to feel when you wake up? Do you want to be more energized? Okay, so look at what you're eating. Look how much water you're taking in. Look at your calorie intake, or look at the sugar intake that you're taking in. Those are some things that you can start making changes to, especially if you want to start improving certain features. If you want to be more confident in the way you speak, practice engaging in conversation more. Practice in initiating those type of conversations. You know, work on yourself to be the person that you want to be, and don't let no one else define you for that, okay? So once you embrace your insecurities, your flaws, and you started to do the work to start working on them, I want you to also give yourself more affirmation. So affirmation is something that I covered in one of my previous videos, and the reason why I'm including it in this video is because one of the best ways to overcome those negative thoughts about yourself is to give yourself positive thoughts, and that's where that affirmation come in. Remind yourself that you are loved. Remind yourself that you are beautiful. Remind yourself that your skin is perfect. Remind yourself that your body is beautiful. You know, whatever. Remind yourself that you speak well. Like, you know, if you're having communication issues, work on your throat chakra, work on your sacral chakra, work on your root chakra, all of the chakras, okay? Like, give yourself affirmations daily. Look in the mirror when you're saying these and just remind yourself that you are the person that you want to be. Period. And so affirmations is really big. And also start giving yourself some self-love. That's the next tip. Give yourself self-love. And self-love looks different for everyone. For me, self-love is just really caressing my body, playing with my hair, you know, looking at myself. Like, some people might be like, bitch, are you vain or what? But I'm not. Like, that's just me reminding myself that I am loved, I am loving, and I give that to myself all the time. And so caress yourself. Provide yourself with self-love. Go ahead and do the things that make you happy. If you like getting foot massages, go book you a foot massage. If you want to just sit in nature, go sit in nature. What makes you feel loved? What makes you feel the most happiest in life? If you're going to the gym and that's your safe haven, go to the gym. Make time to go to the gym. If you want to just go watch a movie, make sure that you have that time. Whatever makes you feel loved, what makes you feel whole, that's what I encourage you to do next. That's something that you can refocus your mind on. Which brings me to my next tip. Focus on your strengths. Instead of allowing your insecurities and your flaws to hold you back, focus on the things that make you feel confident, that make you feel good about yourself. A lot of times we tend to ignore those strengths because we're so focused on the negative that we forget that, hey, I'm actually good at something, or I'm actually this and that way, right? So when you start focusing on your strengths, you are empowering yourself. You're feeding yourself confidence. You're feeding yourself with those reminders that you're able to go out and create and be prosperous and live a life of abundance, because you're refocusing your attention on the things that make you feel good. Those are the things that will really help you get out of those self-defeating thoughts and those insecurities. Focus on your strengths. If you're a great singer, use your talents and your gifts to share with other people, because when you share your gifts with other people and they also acknowledge, hey, you're actually good at that, it does make you feel good. It reframes your mindset and it allows you to step out of your comfort zone. When you focus on yourself and you allow your talents to shine through for you, you're able to not only feel empowered and feel strength, you're able to go ahead and take on challenges and obstacles that would normally limit you when you give into those beliefs. So another tip that I want to share is Develop a more sociable and outgoing personality. Be mindful of who you are engaging with, who you're keeping in your circle, because the people that you want to be aligned with are the people that are also doing that work within themselves. Because if you become highly attractive, you're going to start attracting people that are aligned with you, but you're also going to be attracting those vampire suckers, those people that want to keep you down, people that want to take your energy from you so that way they can feel themselves. You got to practice those discernment and also redefine who you want to keep in your circle. A lot of times when you elevate, you can't take everybody to the top with you. So along with that, I also encourage you to put yourself first. This again is something I talked about in one of my previous videos, because you got to start putting you first. You got to start focusing on the things that you want and what you like and what's going to make you happy. So that's why put your needs and your wants first. Another tip that I want to share is go ahead and do things that challenge you, that get you out your comfort zone. Find new hobbies, find new interests. If you always wanted to dance but you ain't got no rhythm, baby, go sign up for a dance class. If you wanted to sing and you know you tone deaf, go listen, go do karaoke if you nice, and just strengthen your chords. Look on YouTube or find a singing coach to help perfect your skills. If you want to do, make things fun. Focus on things that really will enhance those strengths and find new hobbies and talents and become great at them, excel at them. And my last tip that I want to share with you guys kind of goes along with affirmations, but I just want to just throw this in there. Remind yourself that you are that bitch. Remind yourself that you are that king. Remind yourself that you are that queen. Remind yourself that you are whoever you want to be. Redefine who you are and remind yourself that you are worthy every day. Every day. Let's say you wake up and you have a thought, I don't like the way my breath smells. Go brush your fucking teeth. I don't like the way my face look. Wash your face. And then look in the mirror and say, I'm that motherfucking A. And finally, remind yourself that you are enough, that you are beautiful, you are flawed and flawless, you are unique, you are the one and only you, period. So that is all I have for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, share, and watch those other videos if you have not already done so. And yeah, let me know what you think, and stay tuned for next week. I got some new shit that I'm gonna be dropping for y'all. I don't know when I'm dropping next week, but I'm gonna be dropping some new shit. And also, I'm taking a solo trip in March. Stay tuned for that. If you're into solo travel vlogs, I will be posting sometime in March about my trip. It's gonna be lit. I'm super duper excited. I actually have 2 trips back to back in March, and so definitely gonna be doing some vlogging in March and April, so stay tuned. Again, it's your girl Insecurities, aka unapologetic.shae. Welcome to my YouTube channel, baby. Okay.